Dozens of property owners in Breslau who were each hit with nearly $14,000 bill for sewer and water work done on their street a decade ago will still have to pay up. Residents had the chance to address concerns with Woolwich Township councillors tonight, and for a while it looked like property owners might get a reprieve, but eventually council shot down the idea of completely covering the costs. We're joined now by CTV's Spencer Turcotte, who was following the council meeting tonight. Spencer, what were property owners' concerns?
Well, it's twofold. On one hand, you have new property owners who had no awareness of the levy. Then you have the existing property owners who completely forgot about the agreement because they had no communication about it for 9 years. You can imagine the shock when 25 property owners in Breslau were notified last week they each owed the township of Woolwich $13,950.19 to cover the cost of a nearly $350,000 project.
And I know these have caused a lot of worry and frustration. No one likes to get unexpected financial news. The
hefty bills were handed out to properties in the Woolwich Street South community after sanitary and water services work was done years ago. In 2014, 77% of residents in the neighborhood voted in favor of having that work extended to their homes. But here's where things get tricky. The township got wrapped up in a legal battle when that work was completed in 2016, and litigation wasn't resolved until last year, which is why residents are being billed now.
No excuse, should have been communicating through that process, and that was the failure on the township for sure.
So on Tuesday night, one resident shared concerns with council on behalf of the affected communities, such as the tight deadline of mid-December to decide a payment method, pay in full, or choose a 20-year payment plan with a 6.7% interest rate.
It's a completely unreasonable time frame for the request to individuals to close on a decision for this large sum of money.
Especially given the 9-year gap in communication from the township on the matter.
Result, new property owners with no awareness of any forthcoming levy. And those of us have been in the area for a long time, was completely out of mind.
Both councillors Burgess and Bryant sided with residents.
This is one of the only jobs where there is almost no consequences, and we just say, oops, sorry, I'll do better next time, but you still have to pay for it.
So they brought forward a motion that would see the township cover 100% of the total $348,754.75. That part of the motion was denied by the rest of council.
We can't alleviate 100% of it because this township doesn't have a spare $300,000 to spend.
It doesn't just go away. I mean, somebody has to pay for it, so it's everybody else that has to chip in for that.
But the part of the motion that stuck was that councillors agreed to draft a special service levy, which would include annual communication with residents for extenuating circumstances like this, so it doesn't happen again. In the end, residents still have to pay, but there are some concessions thanks to a new motion that was brought forward. Now, if residents choose the 20-year payment option, the interest fee will be waived. They have until May 1st, 2026 to choose that option or pay up front, and councillors agreed to give residents until September 1st, 2026 to pay a first installment. So while council admitted the lack of communication, they decided they couldn't put the cost on the rest of township residents. But no matter which side you ask, it doesn't seem like anyone is considering tonight's outcome as a win. Krista.
CTV's Spencer Turcotte reporting live for us tonight. Thank you, Spencer.